All right, everybody, welcome on in. NorCal Sports Network. Tonight we got a special show. Giants super everything utility guy, man, Casey Schmitt joins us, and we're going to get into that. First, let us thank our sponsor of this show, and that is PrizePicks. If you've got PrizePicks, you want to make sure you're using the promo code NCSN. PrizePicks is a daily fantasy app where you build lineups by choosing either more or less. And right now, new users are getting $50 in lineups. That's right, $50 in lineups when you play your first $5. So you put out $5, PrizePicks is giving you $50. You can't beat that, everybody. Download the PrizePicks app today. Build your lineup, follow along while watching the games. PrizePicks, it's good to be right. And if you would have played yesterday and picked Casey to have more than one hit, you would have been a winner. So, all right, everybody, welcome on in. Casey, it is great to have you. Let me kill the band here. Let's see, maybe Dallas. I'll get it here. Here we go. There we go. All right, how's it going, buddy?
It's going good. Yeah, we're back in San Francisco on the off day, so I guess you get to relax.
Yeah, man, that was. Do you like the new schedule? The way you only have three city road trips now, where years ago they all used to be almost like 3 city, 9-10 game trips. Now a lot of them are just 6 games. Is that easier on you guys, or is it harder with more trips since you're going to more cities?
I think it's easier. I never got to experience like the other kind of schedule that they had, but I think this one, it's kind of like an easier on like the body and stuff like that. And it's cool. You get to go to every stadium at least every other year. So I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah, Gravy puts up here in the chat, you got oracled yesterday in Lone Depot. That one, it looked like, you looked a little bit, had the camera on you. Was that yesterday or Saturday?
It was yesterday.
Yesterday, where you just looked like, dang, that thing, I thought I got it. What were you saying to yourself?
I'm still a little baffled by it. It didn't really make sense, but whatever.
Yeah, that's a tough park to hit him out, I guess, in the deep part of the center field out there.
I know. I gave it a run for its money the day before. I think I hit the wall twice, and then I finally got one to go over. So
yeah. No, it's been awesome, and your approach to hitting this year has been incredible. Yesterday, I believe it was yesterday, I've got something on Twitter. I'm not going to play the sound because MLB always gets us, demonetizes us if we play the Giants broadcast. But I want to pull something up that I put out on Twitter yesterday, and I thought it was really great. This is, and I'll show the highlights here. It says, put on a hitting clinic. The first pitch down the left field line, just missing a home run by a few feet. The very next pitch, the ball's on the outer half, and instead of trying to yank it again, you stay disciplined, drive it into right center for a base hit. That's what good hitters do. They make adjustments pitch to pitch. I want to explain this as we watch this here on the screen there. Wait, there. Let's go back. Oops, I hit the wrong button there. All right. This is the first pitch. You see where you look like you got it, and it just went foul.
That hurts.
And then
that would have tied the game too.
Yeah. And here's the next pitch. The very next pitch, it's an 0-1 count. It's on the outer half of the plate or just off the plate, and boom, you drive it in to right center. What your first year when you came up, would you have tried to pull that second pitch or what?
Probably. I would have probably tried to pull it, and I would have probably hit it off my ankle or something. But I think just kind of being more hit it where it's pitched kind of thing. And just not trying to do too much. I think that the first pitch was that slider, and I kind of just reacted to it, and then I pulled it, and I was just obviously human error kind of took over. I was a little bit early, pulled it a little bit foul, and then Yeah, just using the big part of the field on that next one.
Yeah, that was a great piece of hitting because a lot of guys, they get pull happy and you see it, and then that's what seems to get guys in slumps where just going with the pitch. Um, you know, is there a pitcher this particular season that you have maybe struggled with? It's kind of really kind of had your number, or where you've had to learn to like, hey, I'm going to have to stay back on this, or I'm just going to go with the pitch with the next guy I face? Or, I mean, who's the toughest guy you're dealing with so far?
I mean, I think it's probably going to be the toughest guy in the entire league, which is Mason Miller.
Oh,
I mean, he's throwing a gazillion with a wipeout curveball slider. So I mean, that's a pretty tough one.
yeah. There was somebody else that I was watching. I can't remember who it was that kind of was it Sanchez? Did you face Sanchez a couple times?
Christopher Sanchez.
A changeup? That's pretty nasty, isn't it?
Yeah, he's up there too. He's got a lot of good stuff.
Yeah.
And it feels like when you face him, everywhere where he wants to throw the ball, that's where he will throw it. Like he's got like that kind of command. It doesn't seem like he misses over the heart of the plate very much.
Wow. Dallas, I know you got a few questions as well.
Well, yeah. So there was a news article a couple months back when Jung Hoo Lee was when he was on the DL or IL. He was using the Traject pitching machine, and just trying to learn how to identify pitches. Do you ever like dial up pitchers that you have, you find challenging, and just practice against certain pitches that you've struggled with before, or have you used that too much?
I've used it before. I used it more of kind of when I was coming back from like my oblique and then like my wrist stuff that I had last year. But yeah, I mean I've gone in there a couple times. It's definitely a good tool to have, especially like on days where you're not playing and maybe you're pinch hitting or something. You can kind of face the reliever in the middle of the game.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's a cool tool to have and to be able to use.
Wow. I mean, this year you're having an incredible year. You're leading the team in almost all the important categories offensively. You're, I think you're, first in homers, RBIs, OPS, OPS plus,
stolen bases.
Is when you started this season, if I had told you back in March that in June you're going to be leading the team in these categories and also be playing left field, what would you have thought?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't have known, but I think just knowing, that I have that, kind of ability in me, and just trusting in that. That's what I kind of took into this year, because, coming into the year, I didn't know where I was going to play. I didn't know if I was even going to play. So I also didn't know if I was even going to be on the team because there was all that trade stuff in the off season. So I didn't. It was a lot of, not knowing, and I kind of just made a thing where I'm just not going to think about it. I'm just going to forget about all that, and I'm just going to handle what I can handle and control what I can control, and everything else will take care of itself. And so I kind of just took that into the the off season, and then into spring, into the team, and just not worrying about those kind of things. And I think when I have that kind of mindset, and when I keep it as simple as that, that's when things are able to kind of click.
Yeah. It's funny because obviously, I'm much older, and I played years ago, and not anywhere near a level that you played. But I loved playing the outfield. But when I got a chance to play in the infield, I loved that too. Is there, a position that you enjoy playing more? Obviously, third base is your natural position. I would think you love the most, but is of the other ones you've learned, first base, second base, short, left field, What are you enjoying about that, and what are the biggest challenges?
Honestly, I think it's the outfield. I've come to like really enjoy being out there. I think it's a lot of fun. You have so much like freedom of area where you can just kind of like run around like crazy.
Yeah,
Um, but yeah, I mean, I think it's fun. The only kind of downside is you're kind of far away from everyone. Like center fielders, super far. Shortstops, they're really far away. Third base is really far away, so you're kind of just out there by yourself. So it does get a little lonely. But
yeah,
I think that's one of the like fun positions to it's one of my favorite position to learn.
that's cool. Well,
Yeah,
you really get to show your arm off out there, right?
yeah, it's true. You get to chuck it around a little bit. Um, yeah, I mean it hasn't been too long since I've started to be out there, but I'm really starting to enjoy being out there, and I'm starting to love it.
Yeah, I mean, I
Awesome.
looked it up. You've played 27 games out there, which is more than you've played at any other position, this year. So I think it's good to see
I
that you're
think
starting to get comfortable.
even more than I was DHing too, right?
Yeah, more than
Yeah,
first, more than DH. Yeah,
yeah,
Wow, I
so
didn't
time
realize it was
flies.
27 games.
yeah.
Yeah. Now have they said anything that may happen when Elliott comes back soon?
I have no idea. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm kind of just, one day at a time going out there and playing. So
Yeah.
I don't know what the whole plan is, but whatever it is, I'll be, ready for
Yeah.
I think you get to use the same glove in right field, though, so you doesn't need to have a different
Yeah,
glove
that's
for
not,
that.
I know you have a different glove for second base that you do at third, right?
Yeah.
And obviously first. So in left field's an outfielder's glove. So what is that? You have 4 gloves that you use? Or do you use a different
Oh
one for
my
short
God.
too?
I'll send you a picture of my locker. But I have so many gloves in there. It is unbelievable. But yeah, I got a third base glove. The shortstop glove and second base glove are the same. Then a first base glove, and then I got, in my outfielder's glove, and then I kind of just have like an extra third base glove, like 2 extra third base gloves, like an extra outfielder's glove. I got another first base. I got like a lot of, and like extra middle infield. I have a lot of gloves. I'm kind of like a glove collector.
Yeah. Kind of like my hats in the background there, huh?
It's sort of like
Yeah.
that. And
After the game, they had a picture of you in the dugout, after the game, and you were having to run around and collect a bunch of gloves and stuff. It took you a while to get out of there.
Yeah, I bring 3 gloves down to the game every day. I bring my outfield glove, obviously, and then my third base glove, which I could use at short if I really have to. It's not really that big of a difference.
Uh,
And then of my first base glove. But then I just ordered 2 more outfielder gloves today, just so I can have.
what are you using? Rawlings or are you using Wilson? What are you using?
I'm a Rawlings guy, so yeah, I
Rawlings?
use Rawlings. Yeah,
Where's my glove? I'm a Rawlings guy too, but I always used Rawlings growing up. But yeah, Rawlings has been around forever. It seems like. But do you find yourself as a certain position in the batting order that you were third recently last few days, but prior to that you were seventh, you were leadoff, you've been in the middle of the order. Does that change your focus game to game where you're batting in the order?
not really. I think when I was leading off, it was a little bit of a transition, just because you're that first batter of the game every single day. Um, but yeah, no, it's not too much. I think I kind of just go up there and just be as relaxed as I can be, and then let everything else take care of itself, and not trying to do too much, which is kind of been my motto.
Yeah. Philip Coppola says, "You deserve to be an all-star, Casey. Way to prove all those critics wrong. You're my favorite Giant. Always have been. Just ask Dan."
Thank you. Yeah, I can't believe they put me in the DH category, but
Yeah, you're sixth. I just saw that in DH in the National League. You should definitely be much higher than that.
yeah,
But 16 homers right now, on pace for over 30. Do you think about that? Do you
not
think about the
really.
30 or where you're at or anything like that?
No, I'm not really thinking about homers, to be honest with you. I'm kind of just thinking about staying through the middle, kind of just hit line drives, and then let everything else kind of take care. If I get under a little bit, then it goes. But I'm mainly just trying to get that line drive up the middle and just kind of just take my hits.
Wow. Now, how obviously you had the hand surgery last off season, and it was affecting you at the plate last year, your power and everything. Obviously, it must be feeling great to be hitting the way you are now. No lingering effects now.
Yeah, no, it's finally all healed up. It was a little harder during spring, but as the season kind of went on, it's been feeling a lot better and haven't been, having any, nagging pains in there. So it's been all good.
Wow. We got a couple of supers here. Mike says, Casey, I have you San Diego. I have your San Diego Mustangs Prism Sparkle 1/1 autograph rookie card. If you'll want it, let Dan know it's yours. I'll send it to you. Oh, wow.
Ooh.
San Diego Mustangs Prism Sparkle. That's pretty cool.
I don't even know what card that is.
Yeah, I don't either.
That's cool though. I think I do want it. Maybe I'll take it.
All right, Mike. Hit me up. Also, send me a trade in fantasy. I'm trying to trade for you. The guys, I didn't pick you up in time, man. I blew it.
You didn't take me. I was probably on the waiver wire for a while.
I was getting ready to pick you up, and I had a guy get injured, and I said, I'll get him after midnight. And I couldn't make the move because I had to wait till midnight, and somebody snuck in and grabbed him. And I've been trying to pick you up, and they're holding me hostage, man. They're wanting an arm and a leg. Guys are, they know I'm a fan of yours, and so they're trying to, okay, you better give me Jordan for him. Come on, Jordan's ranked number 1. I can't. It's like
don't make that trade. Don't make that one.
All right, we got one more super here from Mark Graves. He says, "Hope to see you in the All-Star game, Casey." Yeah, we all do.
Thank you.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
That'd be great.
Do you have plans for the break, or are you kind of putting that on hold, thinking maybe you might have get the call?
Me and my girlfriend usually take a trip down to Santa Cruz and just kind of go hang out by the beach. But obviously we're just kind of. It's not really like you go out and plan it. We kind of just wake up and go, and then we just go stay down there.
Cool. I love Santa Cruz. I used to go there as a kid. That tells you how old that boardwalk is. Man, I was there as a 10-year-old. That was 54 years ago. Used to go. My parents. We went every summer down there and just had our 1-week vacation in Santa Cruz. Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah, one of her family friends owns like a little house down there, so we'll go down there and we'll stay there. Last year I got burnt really bad though. I fell asleep in the sun. I was like half under the umbrella, and dude, my left leg was completely cooked. It was bad.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. It lasted the whole 3 days of the break. I got back and I was peeling like crazy. It was awful. Yeah. So
wow.
This time we're gonna bring sunblock for sure.
There you go.
I think we brought it, but I don't really wear it that often.
Yeah. Dallas, I know you got some more questions. Shoot.
Sure. So we're 5 games away from the halfway point of the season, which means we're half a season of the ABS system. And I kind of wanted to get your thoughts on it. What's your experience with it been? Do you have like rules you go by as far as like situational, when to use it, when not to use it, wait till late in the game? Or is it just, if it seems like a ball, you use it? How's that experience been with you?
I've liked it. I think it's a cool thing to have. I definitely think there's times where you kind of just pick and choose, when you want to use it or when you don't want to use it, just because, you don't want to get into like, I don't know, the 8th or 9th inning and you're out of challenges. Or if it's, an at-bat changing call where maybe there's a runner on third or third and second and third, and, maybe you get, a strike 2 call on a pitch that's not there. But yeah, I think just being able to pick and choose when to use it. But I think it's a cool thing for the game to have, because the strike zone's so hard for umpires to be so exact, and there's some that are exact, but it's for the naked eye, it's so hard to be exactly in whatever someone's box.
Sure. Do you think it's made the strike zone tighter? Now that it's kind of forcing the zone to be more consistent?
Maybe. I think it's made it a little hard too. Um, Especially like on an up and in, curveball or something where it just clips the zone, where that's
Oh,
kind of an unhittable pitch.
yeah. Yeah, there's been some what I have noticed is the umpires have tightened their zone more, and definitely they don't want to be, looking bad having 10 missed calls. I mean, balls that are just this close, and they're calling them balls where those would have been strikes, I think, last
Yeah.
year.
Yeah, I think it's definitely helped the game kind of altogether. It's kind of
Yeah.
goes like with like the whole like challenge system, the replay. It's really helped the game, and it's kind of turned around some games.
Yeah. It's
Yeah, it's
been
definitely more consistent.
right. When the team's been struggling, going through a rough year. But is there anyone in the clubhouse that keeps you guys? Who's the one that keeps you guys kind of loose in the clubhouse? Is there a particular uh, player that really is helping you guys through this tough stretch, weather the storm?
I think it's just everyone in the locker room. We're all a really close group. Um, and yeah, just being around, we all love being at the field every single day, and love going out there and compete. And yeah, obviously we wish it was kind of going better, but it's just baseball, and sometimes that you just got to get through patches like that, and to kind of see that sunshine at the end.
Yeah, yeah. Um, now, you said you don't really pay too much attention to the numbers itself, but
Hmm.
do you ever see anything at all, or do you ever know what your batting average is, or do you see those numbers, or do you just not
No,
even think about it?
I don't even look. I don't
Uh,
even I don't even look at the scoreboard. I don't want to know. I mean, I know how many like home runs I hit, but like the way that I kind of see it is I want to, I wrote it down at the you know at the beginning of spring training, or at the end of spring training. I mean, I wrote it down, put it in an envelope, and I'll put it next to my bed. This is what I want the year to look like, and then at the end of the year, I go back and go home and I open the envelope and see how close I was able to get. So that kind of keeps me from thinking about what if say I'm in a slump or something, and I don't know. I don't know what those numbers look like up there, but yeah, because it's also never, sometimes it's never as bad as
yeah.
as you think it is. It could always be worse when you're kind of struggling, but I think just, yeah, just not worrying about the numbers, or
Mm.
kind of something I take to heart.
So when you go through like a slump, or you really haven't had much of it this year, but like say a couple weeks ago, you had a stretch where you had a couple games where you were over, and then you've turned it around this last week, and you've just been hitting, having 2 hits a game, and just was there, when you're in a little bit of a down spell, is there tweaks that you make, or is it just consistently doing the work, trying to be consistent, or is there something that you identify like, oh, I'm doing this? How does that kind of work as far as when you're in a down stretch and then coming out of it?
Yeah, I think the first thing for me, if I feel like that, is I'll look back and see what's going on in the game. What am I swinging at? What are the balls in play looking like? I think I don't remember what series that was, the last series at home or something. I don't remember what it was, but um, there was a couple games where I came up and it was like second and third, and I lined out to shortstop or something, or I flew out to center, or yeah. But I think I remember I lined up to shortstop, and so now I'm thinking like, oh, I'm not feeling good at the plate. It's like, okay, well, if you hit that ball a little bit to the right side, maybe you're 1 for 4 other than 0 for 4, something like that. And then you go over to the next game, or maybe you catch this ball a little bit deeper than maybe you're 2 for 4, whatever it is. But yeah, I'm trying to move runners. I'm trying to take team at bats. If runner on second, no one out, I'm trying to get that guy over to third with less than 2 outs. And I think just taking out like the overthinking and overanalyzing has been pretty big for me. Like I'm not going up there and worrying about my swing. You know, I know my swing it is what it is. It's where it's at today. If it doesn't feel good, it
Right.
doesn't feel good. But I still got to go out and compete, and still got to
Yeah.
go out and do a job. So I think that's kind of helped me, get over certain kind of humps.
How much of the game, they say that you hear these cliches, the game's 90% mental. I've heard Barry Bonds say that when he goes up there, if he's made it like, hey, look, it's just me against the pitcher, and he's got 8 other, minions or however he said it out there that are, my job is to beat the pitcher, and if I just hit it hard and someone gets it, I beat the pitcher. I just happen to hit it where they were. Do you
Yeah.
have that mentality at all where you're like, are you going up there and taking a peek at, maybe they're playing you the 3-4 holes wide open, and you're saying, well, I'm just going to go punch it into right field, or you just go up there with a mindset, I'm just going to smoke it, hit it as hard as I can?
Yeah, I think it also kind of depends on the pitcher and like what they're doing throughout the game and what I know he's going to try and do to me. Um, like to say there's a runner on first or something, heavy, sinker ball guy. I know he's going to try and get that sinker
Double
into
play.
me. Yeah.
Yeah.
So for me, I'm trying to, look for a certain spot and hit it into a certain area. And just kind of just do that and not try to do too much. Just kind of stay on balls and stay through it as much as I can. And, I mean, a broken bat knock is, it's better than a broken bat ground out.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Somebody says here, on Mother's Day, you threw a ball right to my brother's glove in the 9th inning. Thank you, my man. We yelled loud and looked right. You looked right at us. Yeah, that's pretty cool. There's just so much happening this season for you. Now there's some people that have asked in the chat things. Here it is. Trade rumors. I don't think your name's come up much, but it did a lot, as you alluded to earlier in the spring. Does that affect you mentally? Were you thinking, gosh, I might get traded? Arise got signed. He's obviously going to be the second baseman. Am I going to be here? Am I not going to be here? What's going on in your mind when you hear those things?
I mean, I'm not seeing anything, to be honest. I'm not on social media that often, so I don't really see any of it. Yeah, I think that's just, I think it's kind of been a thing where, I think almost every year I feel like I've been in, whatever trade rumor stuff in the off season, and I would kind of be glued to my phone a little bit and just kind of like worrying. But I think just I'm not worrying about it, not looking too far into it, because there's things can change in a second.
Yeah. Now you've been on, getting a chance to play every day now, and I don't think you've been to every ballpark where you've hit, but is there a ballpark that maybe this year you've enjoyed hitting in more than any others that stand out to you?
I always love going to Arizona. I always love playing there because I get to one, sleep in my own bed, and I get to be in the nice air conditioning in the dome.
Oh yeah. Well, I'll be seeing you there
a week.
when you guys, is it next week?
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's already coming up.
Yeah. Well,
a week from today, actually.
That's right. I will definitely be there for one, if not 2 or 3 of those games. Yeah. So I got to take advantage when you guys are down here. Yeah. It is a great ballpark to hit in. They did a couple years ago, they put that humidor in, though. It kind of started holding up balls that used to travel out. They used to fly out of there a lot better years ago, I noticed. But is that something that you notice? Can you feel that effect when you're in these ballparks, especially the dome stadiums that are using these humidors?
I don't think so. I didn't know that they used the humidor. I feel like Arizona, It's pretty true. I feel like and I think it's also because it's such a big like stadium. There's so much outfield out there.
Yeah.
Like the visuals are a lot, nicer of a feeling, knowing there's a lot of grass out there to go get.
Yeah.
Maybe Miami. I don't know. I'm still thinking about that
Oh,
ball yesterday.
oh my gosh. Yeah. What they caught you. I think it was I don't know if it was Gary Pettis or who you were talking to after, I think it was the third out, right?
Oh, yeah, it was Shane, yeah, our first base coach.
Oh, Shane. Okay. I couldn't remember who it was. What were you saying to him?
Yeah, I don't remember. I know there was probably some foul language
Yeah.
in the sentence, but a little bit of confusion, definitely.
They had the camera on you for a while, and you were just like, you almost had this dumbfounded look, like I can't believe.
I was so baffled. Like I said, I still am pretty, rattled about it.
Wow. Yeah, it looked like you got all of it. I mean, it was.
It was 99, top of the zone too. I thought, there's no way that was staying in, and somehow it was a can of shit.
Jeez. Yeah, and then the day before you hit, was it the day before you hit two off the wall and got one over?
Yeah.
Yeah. Gosh, man, you almost had three that day.
I know.
And
I was
then
at 4.
And
That'd
then
be pretty
yesterday,
cool.
4. Yeah, you'd be sitting at 19 right now.
That'd
Oh, man.
have been a sweet treat.
Yeah. Wow. Has there been a particular coach or player that's had an impact on you development-wise this year?
I think it's been a little bit of everyone. I've been around Chappie for so long, especially when he first signed here. And I think when he first signed here, that was my second season. But yeah, being around him, being around Logan, being around Robbie, being around Rafi, being around Louie, just being around these guys, and Hunter, OB. The list just goes on, and Shane and Ting and Tony. It kind of just goes on and on about just people who've been able to be there and help me. And obviously our strength and conditioning staff. It's been a collective of literally everyone.
Yeah. You mentioned Hunter Mintz. Has he helped you as far as like, going the other way with the ball? With that, is that more of a approach that you're taking, or because I see a lot of that. I'm seeing Jung Hoo Lee go to left field more this year than in past. Is that some of the focus on from Hunter Mintz?
A little bit. It's been about building of what me and Pat built, last year with my swing. I feel like last year was when I actually started to feel it click a little bit, that that I could do some things out there, and just building on that, and then obviously getting healthy, and then being around Hunter and having him be able to talk things through. And it makes sense when he sometimes when I say things it doesn't make sense, but he's able to kind of understand it. And he kind of speaks my language.
That's cool. He's a pretty young guy, isn't he? Mintz, fairly young.
I think so. Yeah, I think he's. I don't know exactly how old he is, but yeah, he's pretty young. He looks like he should be still playing.
Yeah. One of our longtime chat members or guys is senior. He says, "How's it playing for Tony V?"
He's awesome. Yeah, he's a great energy to have him around. He's gonna have our back. And yeah, he's just. He's awesome. We love playing for him, and we love him so much. That's
cool. Yeah, he seems like a great guy. Love listening to him after post game. He's very talkative. He'll give you a great explanation. Probably longer than some people are even asking for, but he's very refreshing to hear. It is interesting in the situation because, it seems like the national media and some others have kind of almost like, I don't know, want to say, but wished upon him that he wouldn't have success. And I don't understand that mentality, that thinking, because he seems to be a guy that really is passionate, but also is a really, a strong baseball guy. And
Yeah.
I mean, the fact that you mentioned it, that you guys love playing for him, speaks volumes.
Yeah, 100%. He's such a leader. And he's so smart, very hands-on too. He's out there hitting fungos every single day. But yeah, I mean, he's just he's just like awesome just to be around and to have around, and it's just great that he gets to be the manager.
That's awesome. That's awesome. We had a question in here. I saw it earlier from Los. There it is. This is the guy that won't trade me. Los, trade me, Casey, now. Send me a deal, but make it fair. Quit trying to steal and take advantage of me. Props for doing it the right way. Struggling a bit early, learning what pitchers are trying to do, and commanding the strike zone. Us OGs love cats that hit the other way. Yeah, yeah, we talk about that a lot, Los and I. He's a good friend of mine. We love watching guys go to right field that are, from the right side, or, to left field that are left-handed, using the whole field. It's really refreshing to see, because so many players today just, they get the shift put on them, like if they allowed the shift today, they'd have to still play you probably pretty much straight up. But there's a lot of guys, were you in the big leagues when the shift was here, right? The first year? Wasn't the first year where you could play 3 guys on one side of the field, or 4 or whatever?
I don't think so. I don't think
Was it your rookie year, or did they change it the year before that?
I think they changed it in. I thought they changed it like during COVID, like that COVID season.
Maybe it was. I don't remember when it was
Could
changed.
be.
You remember, Dallas? Seems like it was
I
just
don't
a few
remember.
years ago.
Yeah, I didn't experience that one, but I've seen like the Manny Machado making the play in right field at Texas.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Tracking down that fly ball to the track.
Yeah,
they still
crazy.
shift, as much as they can, straight up the middle, and
Yeah.
there'll be
Yeah, there's like a fine
balls
line
that are
you
hit
can-
straight up the middle that end up the guys right there. I see that quite a bit.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. So Dallas, I know you got a list of questions. I'll let you go ahead, buddy.
So how much homework do you do when you say, okay, you're going to be playing the A's and 3 against the A's? Are you researching the pitchers that you're going to face, or, how far ahead are you looking? You got the Braves coming up again. You just saw the Braves, so
Yeah.
you probably are more familiar with them. How far ahead do you look ahead, or is it just this next series that you look at and, to try and to see what's upcoming?
Well, I mean, for me personally, I just look at the series. That's that's like right here, right tomorrow. So
Right.
yeah, I'll look at the starter, and then I'll look at their bullpen and just kind of just work my way and see my plan throughout there. And then I'm not looking, past this series, because you got to get through this series to get to the next series. You don't gotta.
Sure.
You don't need to overdo it and kind of get things confused.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
We got one of the senior who's been in here forever, and he's lives up in Sac as well. And him and his son, who plays travel ball, went up, and I might even have that little video here. It's pretty funny. I'll have to see if it's still in my queue here. But he said, "Ask you, have you seen Bryce's yellow wristband at all?"
I don't think so. I don't think I've
okay.
even noticed
His
it.
son gave it to him, and he's still wearing it on the field, which is pretty interesting. Yeah, I think it says senior. What does it say? I can't remember. It said something, a little positive saying or something like that. I'm trying to recall what it was, but maybe you could pull that up, Dallas. I'm looking at something else if it comes up. Do we have that interview with Bryce Eldridge in here? I thought we had it. Maybe I took it out. Okay. Yeah. It was pretty funny him talking to Bryce. I guess he had a little shiner on his eye, the 12-year-old, and he says, Bryce says, "How'd you get that?" And he said, "Oh, yeah, I got hit by a pitch."
Ooh.
He said, and he says, "Some big guy as big as you." And Bryce says, "Oh, really? How old are you?" 12. He says, "You seen any 6'8" guys sitting around playing travel ball at 12?
That'll be the first.
How is playing with Bryce?
He's awesome. He's such a smart kid. And he's I mean, you could see it, when he's playing. He's so advanced. His knowledge of the strike zone, he just has stupid power. So I'm really excited to see him, continue to get better.
Yeah.
That was quite a moment he had the other day when with the grand slam walk off,
Oh my God, that was crazy.
That was a wild game. It was what, 9-1 at one point in the 8th inning, I think.
Yeah.
9-1 in the 8th. That was just crazy. I mean, that was one of the all-time comebacks in San Francisco Giants history. I've been, following them since 1968, and I can only remember one other game, and it was 1973. The Giants were playing the Pirates. There was nobody at Candlestick, maybe less than 700 people was the attendance, and they were down by 7 runs in the 9th with 2 out, nobody on. Or they were down 7-1, and they came back and won 8-7 in the bottom of the 9th. They scored 7 runs with 2 outs and nobody on base to walk it off. I was just like, they weren't that good that year, but it was pretty wild just hearing it on the radio. But yeah, that had to be a moment. And then you guys, was that no, that was the afternoon game, and then you guys had who was in town after that? Dallas? I can't remember the series after that. But you lost. You lost 2 of 3, I think, in that one. The next 2, I think. Trying to remember who it was now. It's been a while.
It was Chicago.
That's right. It was
Chicago was next. Yeah,
that's right. You lost the Friday, Saturday game after the day off, and then you won the Sunday game with Logan Webb pitching a gem.
Yeah.
It's been tough though for you guys to get that momentum going. You still haven't been able to win 4 in a row yet this year. Is that something that you guys are aware of, or do you press when you guys win 2 or 3 in a row to try to get a long winning streak going?
Yeah, I think maybe there's a little bit of, press, just because of how the season's been going.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, it's definitely been a tough time just to kind of get things, going in that direction. But yeah, we're still going out with positive, mentality every day, expecting to win. So yeah, it's just baseball. So hopefully things start to turn around.
Well, it is interesting. You have, between you and Jung-Hoo Lee and Arise and Bryce, you have 4 hitters at 300, right around the 300 level or above. And it's pretty, it's been encouraging to see the offense kind of come around. But unfortunately, as Dallas was mentioned earlier, you just haven't been able to put everything together. In the beginning of the year, the pitching was very solid, and you guys weren't able to score runs, and now you're able to score runs, and then the pitching's not holding up as much. And just
it's been an odd year. And you look at the scores: 19-6, 12-9,
12-11,
18 run game, 18-3, and all the grand slams. There's been 7 grand slams or something like that. And so there's plenty of offense, and it's just a matter of the consistency, I think, is getting it, on a day-to-day basis. So hopefully in the second half, we can start to see some of that.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Charlie says he went on the field after the game with you at his first game where you hit a home run. That must have been in 23 then. Yeah, 2023.
Mm-hmm.
Do you ever get a chance to talk to any of the veterans that were, Bonds, Will Clark, any of the guys from the past that played that are, giving you guys any advice?
Yeah, I mean, I talked to Will Clark a lot. I mean, he's been. I mean, I've had him around, pretty much my whole career.
Yeah.
He'd come to like the affiliates and everything, so I got to establish a close bond with him, and then he's here sometimes, and then same with Barry. I've been able to get in the cage with Barry and talk things over with him and pick his brain a little bit.
Yeah, Will's great.
Mhm.
Will, yeah, and Barry too. But Will is he's great to be around, and he just the no filter is great. Just how he just when you talk to Will, I'm sure it's just he doesn't hold anything back.
No,
Yeah.
no, you're getting everything.
Yeah, yeah, that's awesome. Do you hear from? I know you were close friends with Tyler Fitzgerald. How's Tyler doing these days? Is he with? Didn't he go with the Dodgers?
Yeah,
He with the
I think
Dodgers?
he's with the Dodgers. Yeah, I mean, he's doing good. I talk to him every now and then. Yeah, he's still one of my very close friends. So I'm always rooting on for him.
Yeah, yeah. He was. He had that historic run a couple years ago, whatever it was, of those home runs. It was like he was right up there with Bonds, I think, mentioned in how many home runs he had hit in like so many games or something like that. I can't remember exactly how many it was. It was like 7 or 8 games in a row or something crazy.
Hmm. Yeah, I remember
Yeah,
that. That was crazy.
yeah, yeah. Do you get to hang out or hear much from any of the younger guys down on the lower levels of the farm at all? Do you any of the prospects? Do you get to hear about any of those guys or have any input with those guys?
Input, no. I don't know what I would be able to say. Not really. I think I know I see what's going on, what's happening, but yeah, I mean everything feels like it's so spread apart. Like,
Yeah,
I'm Sacramento to Richmond to Eugene, and San Jose is the close one.
yeah. But I mean, there's some. I mean, I was looking online on. I think it was the other night that Bo Davidson hit one like 117.
Wow.
Hit a shot out of the park, and yeah, and then he's made a few leaping catches, robbing guys of home runs. Are you looking forward to that opportunity where you could maybe pull one back in the outfield?
Yeah, definitely. I'm not hoping it happens, because I don't want the to get over the fence.
Yeah, but I mean, is that something? Well, this is kind of a question that is more geared toward it. What gives you a better, I don't know, better feeling, making an incredible defensive play or hitting, a home run? Is there a difference between the two, or do you get more excited over one or the other?
Um, I guess it depends what the situation is.
Yeah.
Is it a game saving or a run saving play, or
Yeah, let's say
is it
let's say it's instrumental in helping you win the game and versus hitting, a home run that
a solo shot
also
up five?
yes, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I would go with the game saving play
Yeah.
rather than a solo shot when we're up by 5.
Yeah. Now, could you see yourself now that you're playing left field a lot? Could you see yourself being more of a, you know, I don't know, not full time, but majority of the time becoming a left fielder versus an infielder? Could you live with
I
that?
I mean yeah, I mean I feel fine out there. I just like having to be able to have a home.
Yeah. Well, I know in the past you've mentioned you just want to be on the club and playing. That's awesome. I
Yeah,
mean,
just have
it's
a spot.
refreshing though. It is very, very refreshing to see a player who is willing to do whatever it takes to help the team and just get out there and, you know, uh, play wherever they put you. Do you have a favorite spot though in the lineup? I know, you batted almost every place from 1 to 9 in your career. Is there one spot in the lineup that you enjoy hitting in more?
I guess I do like hitting third. I do like being able to get up in that first inning. But I also like hitting in, the middle too, like 5. I mean, it doesn't really bother me at all. I just want to be in there. I spent my first, 2.5 years, not playing much. So I think my mindset is, I just want to play. So I don't really care what the spot of the lineup is. I just want to be in there.
Yeah. Is leadoff though? I mean, that's got to feel a little different, doesn't it? I mean, because you're setting the tone and now when you're batting, say leadoff versus another spot, are you going up with a different approach? Like I got to help draw more pitches out of this pitcher, or are you just going up there with a mindset? If it's where I want it, I'm swinging.
I mean, I wasn't, but that's probably why I'm not leading off anymore. I was just going up there getting
Yeah, I would say you're probably not the ideal leadoff hitter.
That's probably why I'm not leading off anymore.
Yeah, well, there was some first pitch swings, but you connected with a few of them. So
there's a first pitch homer too.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right.
Get the boys going.
There we go. Mike Val with another super says, Casey, I know you're living it day to day, but do you have your sights set on the Utility Gold Glove Award because you can win it?
I mean, I would love to win a Gold Glove and being able to have that patch on my glove. Yeah, I mean, I just want to do the best job I can do out there, and then if I get recognized for it, I get recognized for it.
Yeah, it's pretty cool though. That I mean, like when you stepped in at first base last year, and then seeing you play it this year, it looked like you've been playing there a long time. Same with second base. I mean, and then of course we all know that third base, were a Gold Glover in the minors, and had the reputation when you were drafted. What's funny to me is you had the reputation of being the next Matt Chapman was written up in your profile, your scouting report, and then of course Matt Chapman comes to the team. So, and we all know how great he is. So
he's unbelievable over there. It is unbelievable to watch over there. It's so good.
Yeah. So, but that's got to be just cool being able to play anywhere and, excel at it, because I kind of look at it as like just being a baseball player, I mean,
yeah. And I think the things that I've kind of like in high school, I that was the first time I ever played outfield. So I think it's funny to see it all kind of come together. Up here in the major leagues, because my first years of high school, they put me on varsity. I played outfield, so I could just be in there. So just had to learn that. That was the first time I ever fully got to learn it, and played 2 years there, and then never again after that. And then here we are. Now I'm out there again. So it's a full circle moment.
Now we saw a game a couple weeks ago. I can't remember which game it was, but there was. It might have been 2 or 3 weeks ago, a couple of pop-ups that dropped in play because of the sun. Is it brutal out there in left field with the sun?
Oh, my gosh. Don't even get me started on that.
I mean, it looks like
during the day, yeah. During the day, it's right in your face. You can't really see anything.
Well, as a left fielder, I'm sure you probably enjoy the night games more, but what do you prefer hitting at Oracle, day games or night games?
Ooh. I don't know. I like them both, very differently. I like the atmosphere in like a night game and like that nice cool breeze that we get out there, and then the day game I I don't know. And then I kind of am over the cold, so then I like the heat that day. I don't know. It's hard to explain, but I like them both very, very equally.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking here at your guys' schedule. You know, the dog days of summer come up, and you guys go back to Boston in late August, the 21st. You're in Cleveland just before that, and then in September you're in Pittsburgh and New York. When it gets super hot back there and humid, is that harder to play in versus the San Francisco cooler air? Which do you prefer?
Probably the cooler air, just because being from San Diego, I'm more used to it.
Mm.
So yeah, I'm not totally used to like the mugginess. Like it was pretty muggy in Atlanta, especially from all the rain on that doubleheader.
Yeah, oh yeah, yeah.
But
It's
yeah, I do prefer like a little bit of the cooler air. I can go out there in a long nice little long sleeve, and I'd be good to go.
interesting, because there is a um, stigma or something about San Francisco. They say a lot of players don't want to play out here. I'm thinking in the summer months you shouldn't get as tired as you would playing in that humidity. That zaps you.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you're soaking wet after every single game.
Yeah, yeah. Now I got another question for you, and then I'll let Dallas ask you. Uh, when you were playing first base, do you recall any kind of funny conversations you had with an opponent? Where an opponent may have said something just
Not really, just because it was so like it happened so fast, so I kind of don't really have that long to process it.
uh
I'll remember it for like a game, but then I don't really
Are you talking to
remember
guys
it.
over there? I mean, I notice a lot of first basemen. They're, Freddie Freeman's talking to a lot of people when they get on base and stuff like that. Is that something that's part of your personality to talk to people over there? Or are you just
Uh,
kind of,
yeah, a little bit. I'll like say hi and stuff, and just kind of like shoot the shit a little bit. But I'm not. I feel like during the game, I feel like I'm pretty quiet during the game. I feel like I don't say a whole lot.
uh-huh.
And then
Yeah,
after the game, then I'm crazy.
yeah, yeah. What do you got, Dallas?
Well, there's a lot of people in the chat are always, mention that you were a pitcher and a former closer. And when it gets into garbage time and you have a position player come in to pitch, they had Christian Koss doing it, and Buddy Kennedy got in there. And I think people were always clamoring for Casey Schmitt to pitch an inning. I don't know if that's going to happen anymore, but do you know where you're at on the depth chart for position player pitchers?
I don't think they'll let me, but
I
I've
don't think so
definitely
either.
I've definitely tried. I think there's more of afraid of me going in there and you know letting it eat rather than allowing me.
Throwing your arm out.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is.
Yeah. Would you
Protect
ever
you from
think?
yourself.
I'll be radar watching, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, yeah. I could see that. I could see that. That would be kind of fun, though. Do you ever miss those days of closing?
A little bit, but not really. I think the path that I took was the one that was meant for me. Um, yeah, I don't know. I feel like it was a lot on my body, a lot on my shoulder, a lot on my elbow. So I'm kind of glad that I got to get it out of my system in college and go through the pitching part.
Yeah, yeah. So, have they approached you at all about right field or just left field?
We did some right field stuff like when they first started introducing me to the outfield, but
Uh,
as of right now, I've just been hanging out and left.
Seems like at Oracle left field would be a little bit, um, I don't want to say easier to play, but just to learn a little bit more. Right field's so big there.
Yeah, yeah, it is a lot bigger, but I mean,
Yeah,
I like doing both. So
yeah.
I mean, whichever.
I'm just curious what's going to happen. I know you don't know because you're not the manager, but I'm just thinking the best lineup that the Giants might end up going with is when Elliott comes back is put putting you and him on the corners, whichever that may be, and then putting Jung-Hoo Lee over in center. That would be a quite the offensive outfield.
Yeah,
Sure would.
I think it'd be good.
Yeah. And well, we're hoping you guys make a run. It would be nice to see, but I mean, on a personal note, it's great to see and you have a fabulous year. We all think you should make the All-Star team. I don't know if the Giants will get more than one selection this year with the record you guys have right now, because unfortunately there's 3 of you that probably deserve it, and we'll see how it works out. But would love to see you. Where is it at this year? Is it in Atlanta?
Philly, I think.
Philly? Oh,
Philly,
Yeah,
yeah.
it was last year. I think.
Okay, Philly. Okay, I was just looking at all the voting, and all these Braves are at the top. They must be stuffing the ballot in Atlanta, because I mean,
I can't believe I'm on the DH ballot. It's messed up.
yeah, that's got to be weird to see.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
you've played enough outfield now. You should be able to switch over.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you should be able to beat out. You should be able to beat out Shohei and Schwarber for DH.
Some bullshit.
Well, I know they had a really cool thing that they were, you might have missed it, so I will play this before we get out of here. Did you hear what Mark DeRosa had to say about you?
On LB Network, I think it was.
Yeah. Did you hear
Yeah,
that?
I saw it. Yeah, we were watching it.
Okay.
We were watching the club out in the training room.
Okay, cool. I was going to play it for you if you hadn't seen it, but because I had retweeted
We can watch it
out.
again. I liked it.
Okay, yeah, it was
We can
awesome.
watch it again. It was a good
Yeah,
breakdown.
It was a really good breakdown. Let me see if I can pull it up. I have to go back through all my hundreds of tweets that I put out here, but I will find it. And then Dallas, you got anything else to say before we head out of here?
The only thing I have to say is, it's been, despite the ups and downs of this season, it's been fun to watch. So I know a lot of fans are just hoping for that 10-game win streak and be right back in it.
Yeah. I hope it's coming. So we just gotta.
It's coming. We're waiting for
ourselves.
it.
Yeah.
Well, you guys, if you can put it all together as far as pitching and hitting at the same time, it definitely could happen, because most teams go through at least a 6 or 7 game winning streak during a season. So it would be nice to see you guys get going. Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
I think I found it here. Let me pull this up here. We'll close with this here. All right, here we go. Let's see.
So I'm pretty excited to watch this guy materialize into an everyday guy. I think he's probably in his heart of hearts would like to be at one position. But I also feel like I grew to a place where I enjoyed the heck out of bouncing around every day. Felt like that's the way I added value. And if I could jump you with his power. So let's give him some love. Let's dive in right here and give Casey Schmitt some love, because he's having an awesome season so far. 13 homers. And he's doing it in a variety of different ways. The last 5 games, they got him in a leadoff spot. And here we go. We go back to San Diego State. I mean, he was launching balls. And they're coming in and closing, throwing 92 to 94. Look at the total base leader since April 25th. Julio Rodriguez, normal slow starter. He is on fire. Kyle Schwarber, Buxton, and there he is, Casey Schmitt. Like I said, the last 5 days, they've moved him to the leadoff spot. And what does he do? Let's dive in on what he does to get the party started yesterday. And you're just settling into your chair. It's actually not a terrible pitch. It's just 91 miles an hour. And when it's 91, you're able to pull your hands inside. It's 1-0. But what I'm telling you is he takes the air out of the building if he pops that pitch up. The only problem is this year, Casey Schmitt, he's not popping that pitch up. When he decides to ambush, He is clipping balls. And I want people at home to understand Oracle Park is not a place where you hit a baseball and can start walking to first base. And he is stomping on balls. Stomping on. That is Oppo well halfway up the foul pole in Sacramento. I know the ball carries, but this guy has got tremendous power. Just needs every day at bats, and it was going to come to fruition. It's been awesome to see. Look at his numbers, 0-0 counts.
Wow.
13
And those
for
were
30.
all 0-0 swings there.
Those were all 0-0 swings, Robert. 433 with 5 bombs and 1,000 OPS. Real quick, before we keep going, I want people to understand at home, when you're leading off a game, if he walks to the plate and swings at that first pitch and pops it up, now the number 2 hole hitter's walking to the plate going, God, I can't swing at the first pitch here. This guy's going to be out of the – you know what I'm saying? You got a decision to make in that moment. And he killed it. Okay, I want to take you through 3 of his ABs during this 13-homer start. Watch the swings and the balance he's getting off. He's on every one of those pitches, down 0-2. He spits on 3 pitches that are so close, and walks into a bomb. What a quality at bat right there, and knows it, full side.
Nice. That was pretty awesome to watch and listen, but that's got to be pretty cool. He mentioned something about Oracle Park. Is it harder to hit it out of Oracle than other parks for you?
Yeah, I think definitely it's kind of a pitcher's park most of the time. But yeah, I mean, you got to go out and win somehow.
Yeah. Is it? Do guys get frustrated with that? Do you hear people say, "Damn, just got oracled"?
Not really, but I mean, you definitely see it almost, every night, when someone gets oracled.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll let you get out of here. Somebody just texted me, a friend. He says, ask Casey, mustard or ketchup on a hot dog?
I go with both.
I do too.
Yeah.
See, people give me a hard time. I go with relish, onions, mustard and ketchup. That's my go-to.
I don't go that far. I just go mustard and ketchup.
Just mustard and ketchup? Nice. Well,
I do. I'm more of a corn dog guy myself, though.
Corn dog. I haven't had a corn dog in a long time.
God, I love corn dogs.
Yeah, they were pretty good. And dip them in ketchup and mustard too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hot dog on a stick or Wiener Schnitzel.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. Right.
Oh,
now, mustard, spicy brown or the regular yellow stuff?
Just the normal yellow. Yeah.
Okay.
Normal yellow
Me
is what
too.
I go with.
All right. Well,
Good answer.
Who's the funniest? We'll close with this. Who's the funniest guy on their team?
If it's not me, it's Gilbert.
Oh gosh, Gilbert. Did you?
I can believe it.
I gotta show you this because you'll get a kick out of this. If I can find it, I put a tweet out. I saw this thing on Twitter. I says I found Drew Gilbert's brother. This was absolutely an hilarious piece. Some dude I don't know what level it was. It looked like it. I don't know if it was college, high school, semi-pro, whatever it was. This guy gets hit by a pitch in the head. And then let's see if I can find this. I got to dig through my my tweets, but this guy gets hit in the head, and here it is. I found Drew Gilbert's brother. He even looks a little bit like Drew when the helmet comes off. Check this out. I tagged Drew on this, was hoping he would see it and comment on it, but watch this. Let me play it back again and blow it up.
Oh my God.
You can't hurt the Bobcat.
He's the Bobcat.
Does that look like something Drew would do?
Absolutely.
Just run through the bag after getting hit and give the safe sign. That just cracked me up. Anyway,
What
Casey,
a nut.
Yeah, what a nut. Hey, thanks for being here. Hang out with us for a sec in the green room. I'll get Mike Val to send me that card, and Mike, I'll email you, Mike. I got your email from Fantasy Baseball. So, but thanks for hanging with us. I really appreciate it. Best of luck the rest of the season. And I'm thinking 33, 34 homers, 90 RBIs, and anywhere north of 275, I'm predicting.
That'd be lovely.
Yeah.
And hopefully he's got 300 written on that piece of paper next to his bed. We'll see.
That would be cool. Now, you averaged 280 in the minors, didn't you? Pretty much?
I think somewhere around there.
I think I looked at your Baseball Reference a while back and was saying that, this isn't a guy that's a 220 hitter in the big leagues. He's gonna be able to hit I always try and give myself a little grace when I make predictions, but I said you're gonna hit 260, or I think I said 250, but you will easily hit 250 plus. So
you're lowballing him, Dan.
Yeah, well, I was protecting myself because I felt like he could hit 270 plus, and so thanks for making me look good. Appreciate it.
You're welcome.
All right, everybody. Thanks for joining us tonight. Make sure you hit the like button on the way out. We really do appreciate it. And again, special thanks to Casey Schmitt. All right, guys. Final comments. Make sure you get anything. Everybody's saying mustard. Yeah, got to go with mustard. I'm mustard ketchup, man. Bring ketchup if you go to Chicago. All right. Mike Val, shoot me an email, Mike. You got my email, NorCal Sports Network @gmail.com. Shoot me that email, and I'll make sure get that San Diego rookie card to Casey. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, thank you for that.
Yeah. All right, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow night after the Giants-A's game, somewhere around 9:30, right after the final pitch. We'll see you then. Take care, everybody, and go Giants. Goodbye!